Prices have gone up dramatically in the last 18 months, and the days of the $1,500 container from Asia to North America, those days are long gone and they're never coming back. Today, the digitization of supply chain data is greater than it ever was, but the reality is the data is still not great. And the reality is that carriers are getting data from the ports and from satellite systems and then reporting it onwards. And that isn't always happening in a really timely fashion, and it's not always happening with the greatest of accuracy. Sure, you can get some of the data, some of the time, from some of your carriers, and it may be pretty good, but not all the data, not all the time, and not with the kind of accuracy that we can provide. When it comes to visibility and managing transportation, it used to be that you had to be a fairly large organization shipping lots of goods before you would spend the money to have a system that you brought inside. Now what we're finding is that smaller companies want and need that visibility that those systems can provide. And because of that, we're seeing much more adoption and people bringing the systems in-house. In addition, you now have the ability to also change the modes. So you may ask yourself, why wouldn't you just go by air instead of ocean, given that now ocean's so expensive and you have all these congestions and delays that are taking place? Well, air transportation is somewhat more expensive than it used to be compared to ocean transportation. And so now that you have that capability, you need to be able to see the providers of air versus ocean, track those costs, and track the transit times with them. At FourKites, we provide that single pane of glass that allows your professionals to be able to see everything that's going on, no matter what mode of transportation you're actually using. No one knows what the future holds for the supply chain ecosystem. And especially now that transportation costs are so volatile and have become a much larger percentage of the cost of goods sold for most products. But one thing is for sure, those companies that have access to both past and present data about their supply chains, the ETAs, the voyages, the transit times, the cost, those people will be in a much better position to be able to make strategic decisions about where they take their supply chain in the future. Ask yourself this: are you going to be one of the winners that have the information to make data-based decisions, or are you going to be one of the companies that falls behind? You need the visibility tools, you need the analytics that give you the power so that you're going to be one of the winners in the future.